Well, it has been some time. Um, this is AJYT Abbott, and today, gonna be talking about the new Lion King movie that came out not too long ago. Oh my god. Let's just get into it. The only good things about this movie is Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Timon and Pumbaa. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa is hilarious, and so is Billy Eichner as Timon. And they had some really great lines. Hakuna Matata was like the only good song in the entire movie, much like the animated version. And the movie is better than Dumbo, which, isn't saying too much, but yeah, because Dumbo is an absolute mess. And I will never review it. I might not even touch it. Fuck that movie, even though I probably will. Just, to get that out there. It's an awful movie, and this is just a tad bit better than than that movie. Man, I really wanted to love this movie. I really did. I really did want to love this movie. I wanted to love everything about it. One thing I left off on here is, they have beautiful visuals. Pride Rock, looking off of that, it's very beautiful. So, very good visuals, but other than that, oh my gosh, guys, what a freaking mess. What an absolute freaking mess. I can't even think of a worse idea for a Disney remake. They should have just left this alone. Same with Dumbo. I didn't even like Dumbo too much to begin with. And surprisingly, the one that I thought was gonna bomb the hardest, the one that I thought was gonna bomb the hardest was Aladdin. And that was before I really had much knowledge on Dumbo. When they first announced that they were doing Aladdin, The Lion King, and Dumbo next year, I was like, Aladdin's going to be the one to fail, because, the genie and all that, I just don't think they're going to pull it off very well. Surprisingly, that is my favorite Disney live-action remake of all of them that have come out. It's not a fantastic movie, but it did some good things, Had some fun dialogue and just all around, just really good, representation and presentation of the animated movie. Dumbo absolutely bombed. Yeah, God, I really freaking hated it. They hardly even replicated too much from the animated movie, and even when they did it, you could hardly even notice unless you're like a hardcore Dumbo fan. You're like, oh, they did that shot. Like, no, man. But this isn't a review of Dumbo. This is a review of Lion King. And we're about to discuss some of the bad things about this movie. So let's dive on in. We're going to be here for a little bit. Not too long, though. The emotion sucks. Oh my gosh, dude. You can't sell animation. You can't sell sadness, happiness, excitement. You can't sell any of those emotions with these animals. You just can't. There's so much confusion between, sometimes you'll find yourself wondering, is Simba's mom Nala, or is Nala's mom Simba, or is, I don't know what I just said there. Nala and Simba's mom look very similar. It's just a minor complaint out of the multiple. Scar does not look like Scar at all. He absolutely just does not look like Scar. If you showed me a picture of him, I mean, obviously I would think it was Scar because, he has the freaking hyenas behind him, are with him. but he does not look like Scar at all. He doesn't even have much of a scar. He doesn't have the black hair, or he just doesn't look like Scar, like at all, dude. Rafiki, one of the most valued and favorited characters out of the, the Lion King film. He is hardly used at all, man. Like, he's used, like at the beginning, of course, and then you just see little bits of him, of course, when he, hears that Simba is alive, or knows that Simba's alive. And then we get this one little bit where he takes Simba to go talk to Mufasa, in the sky and everything. And that's all he's used for. I mean, there is one good moment from him in the final fight against the hyenas and Scar. He does get, some of the hyenas down. He does get a little bit of action in that fight, which was great, of course. And there was hardly any fun twists. Aladdin took chances. They took risks, really, looking back on Aladdin, I've seen it twice now. The only complaint I have is about, was about Jafar. And, there was the little tiny bit that I didn't like about, the genie didn't look like really real. That's only for a tiny bit. He's only the genie for like a little bit, and then like in between, he's, humanized. So I didn't mind that as much on a second rewatch. The only complaint with Jafar, for some reason, these Disney live-action remakes just can't get their villains right. They just can't. Gaston was okay. Shere Khan was alright. Maleficent, she's probably the best one, honestly, out of all of them. But Scar looks nothing like Scar, and Jafar from Aladdin was not menacing, like, at all. And Michael Keaton's character in Dumbo I actually found more entertaining than anything else in the movie. Because that's all they focus on. They hardly focus on Dumbo. Anyway, I'm definitely going to need to knock that movie video on that. Just to get my anger out. But the final grade for Lion King is a D. Because it was awful. And I expected more out of Disney. I expected more out of the classic remake. And it just better luck next year, I guess, with the remakes, Disney. Anyway, that's it for this movie review. Thank you all for watching.